Of course, the question is, how much resistance is there? Are people really upset? Is this just magnification by the M5M?
It's magnification totally, because everything I've seen so far is mostly, employees on probation that don't know how to pull these stunts.
Hold on a second. Hold on. We have data. We have data that people hate Elon Musk and DOGE. Data incoming, CNN.
Not anecdotes are not data, but we're starting to get some data.
Anecdotes are not data.
Yeah, well, here it is. She's got data.
Not anecdotes are not data, but we're starting to get some data that puts numbers behind this, with 51% of respondents in a recent CNN poll saying that President Trump's efforts...
So they bring in a CNN poll, which is the same as Smirkonish. It's like, well, just put some numbers together. We have a CNN poll. We're CNN. We have a CNN poll. We don't like Trump. Here's our data.
Puts numbers behind this, with 51% of respondents in a recent CNN poll saying that President Trump's efforts to cut federal programs have gone too far. 54% say they do not support him giving Elon Musk this prominent role. And a full 53% are afraid or pessimistic about the rest of his term.
Oh. The data is in. The data is in. Yeah. It's horrible.
Well, luckily the public's not watching CNN.
No. So I heard an interesting stat on, it was actually on Fox News from this economist. I think it may be an investor economist dude, Gary Kaltbaum. Ever hear of him?
No.
And, because, and the thing is, there's so much, what's the term? There's so much difference in the numbers that everybody's giving on everything, just like measles and the efficacy of the measles vaccine. How much money do we actually send to Ukraine, which is another one of those. Remember, they kept sending 40 billion here, 40 billion there. It was like the same number, 40 billion. So you kind of lose track of how many times we sent 40 billion. And, so some say, the president says 500, then it's 350. Zelensky, Macron says, no, we sent 60% of all the money. Everyone's all over the map with these numbers. And then there's also the Trump, he spent $7 trillion during his first term, $8 trillion. And here's the guy, Kaltbaum, talking about what was spent during the Biden administration.
I think the best move would be to first take down the debt, take down the size of government, which, by the way, is up 60-some-odd% since the year before COVID. That's our government spending, and has quadrupled since the year 2000, which is quite the insanity. The biggest bull market and the biggest inflation we do have is the size of our government, that when unchecked, with absolutely zero accountability whatsoever. So it is about time somebody's in there. And the more I see people complain, the more I know that they're probably in the soup and have been a big part of it.
I think he's probably right.
No, he's completely right. But the thing is, I keep falling back on my thesis, which is that this is just a giant jobs program to keep us out of the drink.
What do you mean? How does it keep us out of the drink?
Well, because you're putting money back in circulation. You're keeping people employed. You're keeping them off the streets. You're doing everything you can, to keep things propped up. And you end up with what amounts to being a jobs program. And then if you try to straighten it out, it's going to cause an economic collapse at some point. 2026 is my prediction.
Well, we always said that as we were looking to ramp up to this election with President Trump, we always said the Democrats probably want him to win because the crap is coming. Everybody knows it. Everybody sees it. And they want him to deal with it. And I think he knows it too. And it's probably coming.
You might be right. He might know it.